It's happening. It's happening. This is not a drill. It's happening. I'm a bit jittery, a bit all over the place because this has just come through, and I'm still not collected my thoughts just yet. So apologies if I'm a bit all over the place. Very exciting news. Let's just get straight into it before I lose track of what I'm going to say. Dream Theater have just announced the return of Mike Portnoy after 13 years out of the band. For those of you who don't know, Mike Portnoy was the original drummer, one of the founding members of Dream Theater from all the way back in 1985. Was on, albums all the way up until 2010's Black Clouds and Silver Linings, and then decided to take a break. And the rest of the band didn't feel like taking a break. They continued with Mike Mangini, and Mike Portnoy went off and did his own things. He was in Adrenaline Mob for a bit, and he drummed for Avenged Sevenfold when the Rev passed away. He was in The Winery Dogs, Yellow Matter Custard, and I think he's been on 27 different projects in the last decade or so. Let's just get into the statement then that Dream Theater have released. So they said, "We are thrilled to announce the return of drummer Mike Portnoy to Dream Theater. We will be going into the studio to begin working on our 16th studio album and the first with MP, Mike Portnoy, since 2009's Black Clouds and Silver Linings." Mike Mangini had this to say: "I understand Dream Theater's decision to get Mike Portnoy back at this time. As was said from day one, my place was not to fill all the roles that Mike held in the band. I was to play the drums in order to help the band carry on. My main role of keeping our live show working tightly on a nightly basis was an intense and rewarding experience. Thankfully, I got to experience playing music with these iconic musicians as well as some fun times laced with humour. I also really enjoyed spending lots of time with the crew. And then there's the Grammy win, which was amazingly satisfying. To the fans, thank you so much for being amazing to me. I cherish the pictures I have of all you all losing your minds and having fun. Finally, I really love the band, crew and management and wish them and the entire organisation all the best." Guitarist John Petrucci went on to say, "Mike Mangini's drumming is otherworldly and I'm extremely grateful for the time he spent with us in Dream Theater. I'm very proud of all the amazing music we made together that culminated in our first Grammy win last year and the countless magical moments that we've shared on stage over the past 13 years. I wish him all the best of success in his future musical endeavours. I'm incredibly excited to welcome Mike Portnoy back into Dream Theater. As an original founding member, long-time friend, and incredibly talented and creative drummer, I know that his return will bring a renewed spirit, passion and energy into Dream Theater that all of us, including our fans, will joyfully welcome. I can't wait to roll up our sleeves and get back into the studio together." Bassist John Mayung said, "It's great to be back true to form with our original drummer Mike Portnoy. We started playing together as Majesty almost 40 years ago, and I'm excited to see what this next phase of Dream Theater creates for the future. I wish nothing but the best for Mike Mangini for all the blood, sweat and tears he put into Dream Theater during his 13-year tenure with the band." Frontman James Labrie said, "Having Mike Mangini with us all these years has been, quite simply, a terrific ride. He is one of the most amazing and naturally gifted drummers I have had the pleasure of working with. Thank you, Mike. Life is a very strange ride, and I guess that's what makes it all the more interesting and forever engaging. Having Mike Portnoy back in the band is exactly where we and things should be. Things have a way of going full circle, and in this case, it makes perfect sense. I'm excited with the prospect of this classic Dream Theater lineup being reunited. I can say with absolute confidence this will be the final incarnation of Dream Theater, with many chapters still to be written well into our future. Onward and upward, guys. Welcome back, MP." Again, Mike Portnoy. Jordan Rudess, keyboardist, said, "Mike Mangini is one of the most exceptional drummers on earth, and I feel privileged that we got to create a whole body of work with him. I will always be grateful for the time we shared in the Dream Theater universe. We are so excited to reunite the core Dream Theater family. There is a resonance of spirit and vision that is unique and goes beyond words within our relationship with Mike Portnoy. On the stage and off, there is no denying the magic that happens when we are together. I'm thankful we have the opportunity to work together again as Dream Theater, and I'm looking forward to sharing our excitement and passion with our amazing fans for a long time to come." And then, of course, the man himself had this to say, "I'm overwhelmed with joy to be returning home, reuniting with all my brothers. There is so much shared history between us all, so many memories, so much music. To think we're coming up on 40 years since this journey began. The idea of creating new music together is so exciting, and I absolutely cannot wait to hit the road and get to play live for a whole new generation of fans that weren't ever able to see this lineup before. There's no place like home." I cannot put into words how excited I am for this. You may hear that I'm still can't calm down. Mike Portnoy, and I've said this for since the day he left and before, Mike Portnoy to me is Dream Theater. He was the one that wrote most of the core. When you think of Dream Theater and their songwriting techniques and their songwriting capabilities, that was all Mike Portnoy. or everything in Scenes from a Memory Part 2, where the whole concept is a time traveling story told over 77 minutes, but the whole thing is one song that can be broken up into different, like a play almost. To Octavarium, the whole idea of going around the entire octave, coming back to where, like, these musical ideas, the true progressive music, true prog music, probably the best creative drummer in the world, one of the best technical drummers, like performance wise, but in terms of his songwriting capabilities as well. It's just, you go back and listen to any Dream Theater album with this lineup, as they said themselves, this kind of core classic Dream Theater lineup, all the way from Scenes from a Memory Part 2 in 1999, all the way up to Black Clouds and Silver Linings in 2009. That entire 10-year period is some of the most incredible, intricate, ridiculously, insanely comprehensive, fantastic music ever created. And most of that was down to Mike Portnoy. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him in 2012. Let me just, this is a drum skin. This is one of my drum skins as a fellow drummer. I don't know if you can see that. This is one of my drum skins signed by Mike Portnoy. And it's got 2012 written on it, Mike Portnoy 2012. This man, to me, is everything a drummer should want to be and everything a songwriter should want to be. And then to hear that they're going straight into the studio to record an album. I do need to say, by the way, that this isn't anything against Mike Mangini. Absolutely fantastic drummer in his own right. But ever since Portnoy left, there's been nothing that's grabbed me in the last 2 or 3 albums. Brand new album coming with Mike Portnoy. Maybe that's why they've announced this 2 weeks before the download announcement. Apologies if this video has been a bit chaotic and rambly. I didn't really have anything planned. It just popped up on my feed as I was preparing to do our Slam Dunk announcement video when that comes out in about an hour. So we'll be getting a video recorded for that, and that'll be out soon. I just knew that I had to say something about this because as a long-time Dream Theater fan and a long-time Mike Portnoy fan. So how do you feel about this news? Are you excited? Let me know down below. If there are any Dream Theater newbies watching, then I would recommend listening to their entire discography, basically, but especially up to 2009 when Portnoy left. But if you've only got time for a few albums in particular, I would suggest everything from 1999 to 2009. So you've got Metropolis Part 2, Scenes of a Memory, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, Train of Thought, Octavarium, Systematic Chaos, and Black Clouds and Silver Linings. If you want to watch that Slam Dunk announcement video where we react to the announcement that's coming in about an hour's time, then subscribe down below, and then when that drops in hopefully the next few days, you'll be the first to see it. There is also a poll ongoing on the community tab at the minute if you want to have your say on whether you'd like to see like full length videos of all the footage that we record when we go to gigs and festivals and stuff like that. If you'd like to see like all the Metallica footage together and all the Blink-182 footage together and things like that, go and check that out in the poll and have your say. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.